And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Hello and welcome to News 12. Thank you for tuning in today. Now, it is Wednesday, July 30th, and I'm Robin Key. So now, let's go over the stories that you need to know right now. Now, new information just broke this afternoon. A woman who was attacked by two dogs in Denison 2 weeks ago has died. Lindsay Stroop has been in the hospital since July 17th when she was attacked by two dogs she was pet sitting. Her 6-year-old daughter called 911 during the attack. One of the dogs was shot and killed by Denison police, and they say it was decided today that the second dog will be euthanized. Stroop's family will donate her organs. Another story new today, a home in Denison is a total loss after an overnight fire. Now, it started around 4 this morning on West Morton Street. The home is across the street from the fire station, and firefighters had it under control quickly. Fortunately, all of the people and pets got out safely, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. A 50-year-old man was reportedly shot in Byng yesterday around 3 in the afternoon. The shooting happened on county roads 1455 and 3560. The man is reportedly in critical condition. No word yet on the condition of the assailant. We have a reporter on the story today, and we'll hopefully have more information for you later. Now, yesterday, we told you that a jury awarded $10 million to the family of a man tased to death by two Wilson police officers 6 years ago. A federal judge ruled last week in favor of awarding the family of Jared Lakey damages to be paid by the former Wilson officers Brandon Dingman and Joshua Taylor, but he cleared the Carter County Sheriff's Office of the case. The family is struggling with this decision as it isn't really what they originally wanted.
We also pursued some avenues that the district attorney did not, which included different claims against some of the entities that were involved instead of the individuals. When an agency doesn't want to hold itself accountable, then bringing those things to light at least provide a way forward in showing that these are problems and now you do know about it. So it gives those entities an opportunity to change the...
While the family has been awarded $10 million, they might not get any of the money. Both Dingman and Taylor are now in prison serving 10-year sentences for second-degree murder. With them behind bars, Lakey's family is unsure if they will ever see a dime of their compensation.
It's hard because you don't get the jury's rationale. All you do is you get the verdict, the bottom line. So it's hard to say how they reached the decision that they did. I certainly respect the jury's decision, even though I may not agree with it.
The Ardmore Fire Department rescued someone from the clubhouse obstacle course yesterday morning. Around 10 a.m., this person apparently jumped the fence and climbed a quarter way up the course without a harness on. The fire department laddered the platform and harnessed him down. Now, they still have everything like locks and etc. So he had to have climbed around the security measures to get up where he was, at least according to the fire department. Now, the person was evaluated and then taken into police custody. Drink, drive, go to jail. This reminder is especially for those driving in Stephen County this weekend. OHP says it is conducting DUI checkpoints from 10 Friday night to 3 Saturday morning with a goal of getting impaired drivers off the roads. They say if you're going to drink, have a designated driver or call an Uber. Now, were you not able to get hold of 911 today? I hope not. But if so, it turns out that this was a statewide issue. The Grayson County Sheriff's Office reports that their 911 system is fully operational again, which is good. But according to the Grayson County Non-Emergency Dispatch line, they were part of a statewide outage issue. We're hoping to get more context for what this issue is as the authorities, of course, release more information. The Grayson County Sheriff's Office says that if you are having an emergency, you can now call 911 as normal and get connected without any delay. Sherman residents have long rumored of a new grocery store coming to the highway specifically in the area of Highway 75 and frontage road 1417. Now, the city has finally confirmed that an H-E-B will be taking that spot. The Texas grocery store giant has purchased about 20 acres of land in the Sherman Crossroads development to build the new store. Mayor Sean Tiemann says it took a year to get everything ironed out, and he's very excited for all of the growth that it'll bring to the area.
It's really exciting to be able to share this moment with the entire community and to speculate on when they may build and the excitement surrounding that, and then what else may come because of them and the traffic that they'll generate. So yeah, it's a great day, and it's a great day to be in Sherman.
A spokesperson for H-E-B told News 12 while there isn't a construction date set yet, the grocery store looks forward to serving many Texans in the years to come. Outdoor enthusiasts, listen up. The Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Commission adopted new rules effective this fall that require anyone accessing certain Oklahoma public hunting and fishing areas to check in and out of the area. Oklahoma State Representative Justin J.J. Humphrey explained it like this.
And my understanding, well, that's supposed to make it easier that you get on that, notify them that you're going in, what you're going to be doing, and that you notify them when you're leaving.
The Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation says that they're currently working to gather more information about how people use public land, so stay tuned for more information coming out in the later weeks. State Superintendent Ryan Walters had a press conference yesterday to speak about the alleged incident regarding a TV screen showing a naked woman in his office. Two board members say that they saw images on the screen during an executive session of the State Department of Education meeting last week. Those sessions are closed to the public. Walters is now calling for the resignation of those board members, Becky Carson and Ryan Detheridge, both of whom were appointed by Governor Kevin Stitt.
You got board members that are lying and crucifying my character to stop the work we're doing here for Oklahomans. And I will not tolerate these lies. The character assassination, my family has had to hear this nonsense for 4 days of something that is demonstrably false because board members with Governor Stitt decided to tell a lie and spin a narrative that is impossible to be true.
Walters says that the allegations are impossible because the TV in question is hooked up to a cable box in his office. But when speaking with a Fox 25 reporter, Walters refused to show her the TV and cable box. During the press conference, Walters says that his name has been cleared by OMES and the Sheriff's Office. However, the Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office posted on social media that their investigation into this matter is just in its infancy. So we'll see. And don't worry, we'll keep you updated. The special legislation session is in full swing at the Texas State Capitol, touching on many important topics for all Texas residents. Originally, the cement kiln, or Senate Bill 1758, was supposed to be discussed. But after the Hill Country flooding, the kiln bill is no longer a top priority. Now, emergency preparedness, redistricting, and hemp regulations are among the top 3 discussions in Austin. Local State Representative Shelley Luther says the first order of business is the congressional redistricting.
We're not going to do anything until we get to the congressional redistricting. So it's kind of on the back burner right now that's what's at hand.
Luther says that this is a result of the growth in the number of Texas residents and that they are wanting to have representatives to be clear reflections of the state. But critics say that the Texas Republicans are gerrymandering maps and more Republican seats just to get them in the House. President Trump has been pressuring Texas Republicans to redraw the congressional district maps to help the party win more seats in the midterm elections. Republicans can only afford to lose 3 seats in the House in next year's election, or they'll lose control of the body. Now, this is a concern for the GOP, as the president's party traditionally loses more than 20. The Justice Department has issued a letter saying the current maps are unconstitutional. However, when pressed by Democrats in the Texas session, the committee's chair says he's not seen any indication in the current maps approved by the legislature in 2021 that he doesn't see any reason why those would violate the Voting Act rights. So Again, we will keep you updated. Now, we'll be right back with your national and international headlines. Stay tuned to learn more about the New York City shooter and the Osborne funeral. After that, we'll bring it right back to Texoma for our community corner. So don't swipe away. Welcome back to News 12 Now. We're taking a look at the headlines hitting the world right now. Starting off, one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded has hit off Russia's sparsely populated Far East. It has sent tsunami waves to Japan, Hawaii, and the U.S. West Coast. Now, here's some video that we can see of that. Several people were injured, but none gravely, and no major damage has been reported so far. Authorities warned that the risk from the 8.8 magnitude quake could last for hours, and millions of people potentially in the path of the waves initially were told to move away from the shore or seek high ground. The worst appears to have passed for many areas, including the US, Japan, and the affected parts of Russia. But Chile raised its tsunami warning to the highest level for most of its lengthy Pacific coast. Now, officials are still working to unravel how and why the gunman carried out a deadly attack on the NYC office building. Investigators are piecing together more details about how a former high school football player who blamed the game for his mental health problems carried out this attack on this office building that is home to the NFL. Officials say he had a handwritten note claiming that he has chronic traumatic and CTE, and has accused the league of hiding the dangers of brain injury linked to contact sports. Now, they released these photos of his guns. Investigators plan to question a man who supplied gun parts for the AR-15 style rifle used in the attack, including the weapon's lower receiver. There we go. Authorities say that Shane Tumura killed 4 people on Monday before killing himself. Here we can see the body of slain NYPD officer Didera Islam being taken from the medical examiner's office to a mosque. Islam was working at the building as a security guard while off duty when he was shot. He leaves behind 2 children and a pregnant wife. A multi-faith vigil was held for all victims of Monday's Manhattan shooting. The others killed were an executive at the investment firm Blackstone, another security guard, and a Cornell graduate who worked for the building owner. An NFL employee was also seriously injured. An update to one of yesterday's stories: the Senate confirmed President Trump's former lawyer, Amal Bovee, to a lifetime appointment as a federal appellate judge yesterday, despite objections from Democrats and whistleblowers. Now, Bovee's nomination to the bench was one of the most controversial of Trump's appointments so far. Intense opposition from hundreds of former Justice Department prosecutors and dozens of former judges have emerged in recent weeks. But it was the concerns raised by whistleblowers who accused him of pressuring rank-and-file prosecutors to align with the president's policies. Well, they were still not enough to derail Bovee's nomination. Senate Judiciary Chairman Chuck Grassley says Tuesday that his office looked into all of the allegations and followed up with additional interviews, but found no misconduct by Bovee. The Senate confirmed Susan Monazi to be the next head of the CDC yesterday. Monazi, a longtime government scientist, was confirmed on a largely party line vote of 51 to 47. The CDC has not had a leader since March. Monterzy is the first CDC director to be confirmed by the Senate and the first to serve in that role without a medical degree in over 70 years. Now, thousands of Black Sabbath fans paid their respects to the frontman Ozzy Osbourne in his hometown today. The streets of Birmingham, England were packed as Osbourne's heartbroken wife Sharon and his children laid flowers and saw the tribute so many left for the heavy metal star. The hearse carrying the 76-year-old made its way through the city where the band was formed in 1968.
King of metal, Prince of Darkness.
The world feels very strange. He'll live inside everyone. We will literally live with his music for the rest of our lives, and the generations going forward will always have Black Sabbath and Ozzy.
The procession paused at the Black Sabbath bench, an art installation featuring headshots of each member on a bridge, also named after the band. Osbourne famously once said that he wanted his funeral to be a celebration of his life and not a mope fest. Now, don't go away. We'll be right back at home in Texoma as it's time for our community corner. Don't exit out now. Welcome back to News 12 Now. It is time for our community corner. We're bringing it all back to Texoma land and going over all of the stuff that you need to know and you might want to become a part of. Texoma Medical Center in Denison has been recognized as one of the best hospitals in the entire country. The destination is based on performance, risk-adjusted mortality rates, preventable complications, and level of nursing care. U.S. World News reported, U.S. News and World Report evaluated more than 4,000 hospitals. Only 13% got a Best Hospital designation. Yesterday evening, the Sherman Shadowcats hosted Sherman Symphony Orchestra Night at the ball game. The Sherman Symphony Orchestra is celebrating 60 years of making music. They raised money by selling shirts and hats, and the Shadowcats invited the orchestra board of directors out to be honored. Their saxophonist played the national anthem live, and executive director Aaron Berkey threw the first pitch.
They've been super supportive. They provide people to help us with some labor things on concert days, and we provided the music, and so it's been a great partnership, so I'm glad to be out here with them.
If you want to learn more about the Sherman Symphony, head over to our website at KXII.com. Now that's it for this News 12 Now. Make sure to join us again here, not until Monday, unfortunately, I'm off the next 2 days. So it will be the same time, same place, just on Monday. Now, if you really want more news, don't worry. You can tune in to Channel 12 later this afternoon for the 4, 5, and 6 to stay updated with everything going on in Texoma land. Now, did you feel like any of our stories could use a bit of a deeper dive? Check out our website, KXII, for more information on all our stories. Also, make sure you're following our Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, and TikTok. There you'll find exclusive content, constant updates, and all of our past stories. Now, we'll see you Monday, Texoma.